Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Pocket Sand. Hey, Kelly. Hey,
Hi
Betty.
guys,
Hey, Mrs. P.
Mrs. P, Pocket, Betty.
How was everybody doing tonight?
Oh, Kelly.
Mrs. P. Unlisted. Uh, her Pocket Sand naming all the liars off in the community. She said it could be many of people. Nappy, Lysol, gummy, parrot, table squats,
Hmm.
toothless. There's a long, never-ending list. It sure ain't. There's a long list of people. It could be. Yeah, it is. It's a long list, y'all. Mrs. P said not feeling very friendly tonight. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Somebody done got you unbothered, Mrs. P. Don't feel bad, girl. I talked to Broken today, y'all, and she's got to have surgery on her arm Thursday. She had to get a clearance from the anesthesiologist, so they doing surgery Thursday on her arm. She was going to come on tonight, but she got sick at the last minute right before we got ready to go live. So sweet Andrea said she'd come up for a little bit with me tonight so we could talk. So, but Broken is got to have surgery Thursday on her arm where she broke it.
So send some
But she's doing
prayers.
better. Yeah. So send her some prayers, y'all, so she can get well and get better. We need to get Broken a bubble to help protect her. That's the only thing gonna protect that girl. There's always something going on with her. Just more mental
Yeah.
harassment today, Mrs. P. I know it's terrible. It's terrible, guys. Well, I wanted to come on here tonight and say that I noticed that I've been watching some of TT's lives, and Voices has been up there lying her ass off, saying that we're dragging TT, which Blues Girls told her that we were dragging TT over here on my live the other night. We never did drag. I didn't think it was. You should not be bringing up children in the community. Nobody should be talking about anybody's children in this community. That's the only thing that I said. And that's not dragging somebody. That is not dragging TT. If TT knows how to drag people, that's nothing compared to the way she drags people. That's just literally me stating that they shouldn't have been done. Nobody should be talking about anybody's children. So I didn't appreciate voices up there lying and trying to stir up more trouble than it already is. And then she even said
Is
that
it?
we were talking about her over there on your channel too the other night. But
Hi, Shalma.
that was, huh? Whenever we was joking around with Jamie and them, remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's another thing I wanted to bring up. Yeah, you remember we was talking about Jamie and them then, and she was over here at that same time saying that we were dragging TT over there on your live that night, and I thought that's a lie too. She's saying that you was talking about her spiraling out of control and stuff. They just try to stir up more shit than there already is going on. That's all it is too.
Hi,
Hey, Green
Green
Eyes.
Eyes.
Hey, Shalama. Shalma.
Betty. Hello,
Betty
hello.
Damn Boot. Hello. They can run their mouths about everyone, but God forbid anyone give their opinion. Ain't that the truth, Pocket Sand? Ain't that the damn truth? Give your opinion, and they think it's the end of the damn world. Um, and then we was over there joking about liking. We went over there in Lindsay's chat and Lyca's chat the other night, and was I made a comment.
Hi,
They
Nikki.
posted it on the screen and says, "Hey, Nikki X said that MKB misses liking." That's what I put on there to send liking. We was already talking about it on Andrea's channel that we was doing it as a joke just to get some laughter out of it, and they
Yeah.
took it as I was love bombing liking over there, and that I was so
Uh,
missing liking. Everybody's over there talking about that I was so missing liking and love bombing.
uh,
That's far from the truth.
That's funny.
Don't nobody want that little pencil dick self.
Mm.
Yeah, you went over there as y'all was in chat whenever I went over there as a joke, and they pinned it and the screenshot of it.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark. I had a ghost lie to me on Halloween, but I saw through him. You're so silly, Mark. Mark's so silly all the time. They can't take a joke, Shalma. And it was nothing but a joke. It was a joke. I even got blocked. I couldn't go back over there and say nothing else as I got blocked. Yeah. But I was love bombing Lycan. That just makes me sick. Them over there thinking I'm over there love bombing him.
We were just making a funny.
Somebody screenshotted it and sent it to her. She had it posted on the screen. Yeah, we were making a funny. It's as simple as that. Just us being funny like we normally do.
Right.
And I know they probably heard it on Natasha's panel too, because we sit there and talked about, you sat there and brought it up on Natasha's panel last night. And I know if Lycan them heard us talking about it, TT and them heard it too.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the whole situation?
Is it just me, or is she breaking up to you guys? Because you're like glitching for me.
If I am, I can go on my phone and come off of here because I'm on my computer.
Yeah, it's like glitchy. I don't know if it is to them.
It could be my computer glitching.
Is she glitching to you guys?
Do I sound okay, y'all, or is it? I hear her. Okay. Is it bad on your end?
Pockets.
Oh yeah, MPB is picking up. Let me log in. Yeah. Let me log in on my phone, and then I'll just drop off on my laptop. Hopefully I can do it like this. Let me see.
Okay. So how's everyone doing?
Let me see if I can enter studio on here.
Yeah, it's crazy as usual. Oh no!
Hold on.
Oh no, there's 3 of her. Oh no.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got it off my computer now, I hope.
So much better.
Okay. Sometimes when I get on my computer, it does that. And I thought she was kind of lagging too whenever we were talking. And it could have been on my computer.
Yeah,
echo, ouch. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I got to blow to get it working properly. Oh, Lord, Pockets in. Yeah, hopefully nobody had earphones in. It was probably loud. Sounds much clearer now. Thank you, Pakistan. Yeah, my phone is a lot better. I like getting on my computer. It's just set out and easier than me just holding the phone, but the phone is easy too, so I can do either one.
Can I play them a couple clips?
Yeah, play what you want to play. Go ahead.
Aw, you're so sweet. Okay, so this was very interesting. So I was on Natasha's panel last night because she invited me up. And so today I hear TT. Just listen. Tell me what you guys think. I think that she's confused and she thinks I feel like she thinks they're friends.
Why is Natasha entertaining Andrea? That bitch is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, wait, let's hear it again.
And why is Natasha entertaining Andrea? That bitch is fucking ridiculous.
Are they friends? Why is Natasha... One more time.
And why is Natasha entertaining Andrea? That bitch is fucking ridiculous.
Are they friends or something? That's very odd for someone to say about someone who I believe, from what I've heard, is not very fond of you. So for you to question who she has on her panel, that's very interesting. Okay, so here's another one. Listen. She invites Natasha up as if they're friends.
Good job, Natasha. Good job. And Natasha, if you're probably not listening, but if you are, come on in the chat. Let's have a little chat about your dragon last night. If somebody is friends with Natasha that's listening, send her a message. Tell her to come on over because I'd like to hear some shit. That shit was hilarious. I'm sorry it was. It was fucking hilarious.
I think that you have like memory loss or something because I don't think she's fond of you. I'm not sure why for 1 minute you would think that she would go in your chat or why you would question her having me on her panel when I was invited. That's just so odd to me. I mean, it sounds like she thinks they're friends and...
I asked Natasha about that tonight, too. I messaged her to ask her, matter of fact. And she said, no, they are not friends.
So they're not friends, but she's over there. Keep in mind, Voices was on the panel with her.
And hell no, she is definitely not going over there with Voices on the panel.
She wouldn't go over there anyway, but
No.
the simple fact that she's over there. Oh, there she is. Dude, she isn't fond of me, but anyone can have a convo. Yeah, I don't think she wants any parts of you.
And TT, the other night, we was not dragging you, so Voices is over there lying to you. That's the whole reason of my live tonight, because Voices lied. We did not drag you. The only thing that we said, or I said, is about you talking about Lindsay and them children. I said that shouldn't be allowed. That should be off limits to talk about anybody's children. We stood up for your children when she talked about your children, and we stood up for the other children as well. That was my whole thing tonight. It's about Voices up there lying, saying that we're over here dragging you. No, we were not dragging you.
Hi, COVID.
Hey, COVID.
Yes, you were. I heard it from whatever. What do you think?
Go listen to the live. Go listen to the live if you want to.
What do you consider what you do to everyone? Because we don't do anything remotely close to what comes out of your vile mouth.
You can go listen to my live, my last live. It's public, and you will not see me dragging you at all.
She already did.
Well, no, she said multiple people told her. Multiple people lied to you because I did not drag you.
It's called shit stirring. Hello, how long have you been out here? Multiple people.
Hold on.
Are you letting her up?
Yeah, I'll let her come up. Just let her say what she's got to say.
I'm going to go down because I don't want any parts of her telling people, if you donate to her, don't you come back in my chat. That's a control freak. I don't want any parts of her. I'll come back when she's gone.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, y'all. Sorry. Voices and Kim, two gossiping women with no life causes issues. I dropped the link if you want to come up. Hey, Auntie JoJo, how are you doing, sweetheart? Hey, COVIDs. I think I said hey to Nikki X. Hey, Rebel Soul. Hey, Auntie JoJo, I hope you're doing okay, girl. I haven't talked to you lately. Feel free to call me anytime you want. The only thing that we even had, the only thing I said on my life, even Blues Girl, the one that went over there claiming that we were dragging you, she came in here and agreed with me. Ginger came in here and agreed with me and said children should be off limits. And that's exactly what I was saying the other night on my live. That's the only thing that I said, that children were off limits. Should nobody be dragging anybody's children in this crap. And if that's the only thing that I said. Okay. You there?
I'm here. I didn't come up here to drag you or anything like that. I just want to know, and yes, I'll be the first to admit that no, I didn't listen to your stream. I typically don't listen to you because of Andrea, because she's over here and I don't care to hear anything she's got to say. So it was nothing against you, but I heard from multiple people, not just one, multiple, as in 5 or more, that you y'all were over here dragging me.
No, you can go back and listen to it if you want to. Only you can ask Ginger and Blues Girl that came in here. They came in here sideways on me, and I was like, the only thing I'm saying is it shouldn't be allowed to talk about children. We stood up for them talking about your child too. I stood up for them. I stood up to CJ for her talking about your child. I said they should never done that. Even Andrea stood up for you, even though she didn't like you. She stood up for you about your child. We all did. And that's the only thing I said. It should be off limits about children. That's it. That's the only thing. If you want to call that dragging, that I guess you can call that dragging. But I did not say that. That's the only thing that I said. I think it should be off limits. Children brought in.
Well, okay. So fair enough. If that's if what you're saying is true, then I apologize. But I was told that you were dragging the fuck out of me. You
No,
and
I
Andrew.
wasn't. Go back and watch it if you want to, and you'll see that I was not dragging you at all. Even Ginger was in here and Blues Girls was here, and they was like, "Yeah, we agree with you." And then they was like, "Why is there a big fuss?" I said, "There's not a big fuss. That's the only thing that I had to say. That's the only thing that I said tonight was TT should have, brought the kids up in it and said anything about the kids. I think that's what we've always learned on YouTube. Children should be off limits, and I even stood up for you." Several times, even in my live chat. You can ask anybody in here. I stood up for you about your children, them talking about your children. I said it was wrong with them bringing up your daughter and stuff, and it was very wrong. And that's the only thing that I said. And then I heard that you over there told me not to ever come back to your live stream, and I heard voices over there saying that we were dragging you, and it was not true. It was not. You can go back and listen to it.
Blues Girl, what do you disagree with? I don't understand what you're saying there. And as far as my due diligence, Andrea, shut up. I don't typically watch this channel because of you. And if it had been one person, then I could agree with you, do my due diligence. But when I have multiple people telling me the same thing, then, are they all lying? Is every one of them lying? One person may lie, but is everybody lying?
Ginger and Blues Girl, y'all were in here the other night. What was the only thing that I said about TT? Only thing I said was the kids were off limits. Tell me if I said anything else. That was the only thing I said, and y'all said y'all both agree with me.
So wait a minute, Blues Girl. Are you saying there was another live where they were dragging me? I'm confused on your comments. Please help me understand what you're saying. Because if I'm reading Blues Girl right,
No.
y'all are talking about two different lives, and you didn't drag me on the most recent one, but you did drag me on what?
Andrea had a live by herself the other day, and she brought up a clip a comment that you put up. She had that live by herself. I wasn't even there. I didn't even know about it. And then my live was talking about the children. That was after that. No, I was not over there when she had her live, when she did that.
Voices is talking about Andrea and Mom's live where they were laughing about your picture. Okay, well, if that's the case, then MKB, I apologize to you. I do not apologize to Andrea. If she had shit to say about me, then maybe it was my misunderstanding because I thought that it was your channel.
She was upset because you calling us a scammer and everything on that live that one night whenever she was Hemi's situation. That's what she's upset about. That's
well, okay, MKB, but listen, I thought we squashed that. Y'all asked me to leave it alone, and I did, and I have.
Me and you squashed that. Andrea didn't. She never got an apology or nothing, and she never did even ask Hemi for that money. That was the whole situation. She never asked us for money. We volunteered to drop her link for her, and because she was going to lose her house, we volunteered to drop her links. And Hemi's the one that came in and volunteered to help her with anything that she needed. And then you drug us that night. And I never even watched that live, but me and you did squash that. But Andrea is still upset about that live because she didn't do anything wrong. And you came at her.
J lies. Shut your mouth. Ain't nobody trying to get in with NC. You're ridiculous. Anyway, as far as Hemi goes, I don't care that she didn't ask for the money. The fact that she expected him to do that for her right then when he had just been through a horrific accident and he was badly injured.
We didn't know how bad it was.
She felt so entitled that she was demanding that he give her that money
No,
right
she
now?
didn't. No, she did not demand that either. We did not. We just asked him if he still was going to help, and that's the only thing that was asked of him. Didn't nobody demand any money from him? You can go back and watch the lies. People will sit here and say the darndest things and run their mouth and say a bunch of lies, but it was nothing like that. We just asked him to answer her if he was going to help or not. That's the only thing. She needed to find out what she was going to be able to do if he wasn't going to be able to help.
Okay, well, I have a whole different opinion on that. I've heard all sides. I've seen the emails. I've seen the messages, and I have a totally different opinion on it. And we'll just have to agree to disagree. But the only reason I'm up here is because I want to know what the fuck y'all have to say. Why y'all are still talking about me?
No,
I don't talk about y'all.
My live was about voices lying to you, saying that I was dragging you, and I didn't. That was my whole thing tonight. I did not lie about dragging you. I have not drugged you. Only thing I've said, the children was off limits, and I'm still stating that tonight. That's exactly what I said. Blues Girl and Ginger was in here that night whenever I stated it, and that was it.
Well, if that's the case, MKB, and I have no reason to disbelieve you, and especially not Blues Girl. So I apologize if it was my misunderstanding.
That's okay, then. I appreciate that.
But Andrea can kiss my ass. There's no love lost there. If she wants to start the dragons up again, I can too. It ain't no big thing to me. So we had agreed to squash this and move on. I was even respectful of her and said, because y'all asked that of me, can we stop talking about this? So I did. But now she still finds the need to put my name in her mouth, to go live about me, to talk shit about me. No, it don't work that way.
Comment either where you were talking about the children as well, about Lindsay's daughter being SA'd, which that could have traumatized her, if she's seen that. And the children, that was my thing too. The children should be off limits. That's the only thing that I've ever been told on YouTube, coming to YouTube. Children is off limits on YouTube. And I think that was what she was upset about too, is about the child thing.
Do you see what Blues Girl said? Andrea Mom was very aggressive to us though about TT.
I didn't see that live, and I don't know that about that live because I didn't see it. She went on a live by herself. I can't vouch for that because I did not watch it and I didn't see it. But I know Andrea, and I trust Andrea, and I know.
Well, I trust Blues Girl. She's not lying about it.
Well, she said that we was dragging you the other night over here, and I was not dragging you.
I said that was probably my misunderstanding, that it was not on your channel.
Okay.
That it was Andrea Mom's channel.
Okay. MKB, CJ didn't go after TT's kids until TT went after CJ's ability to raise her daughter. Well, I only seen CJ going after TT's kids. That's the reason why I had a problem with CJ.
That's exactly right. CJ came after mine. I didn't go at her. I still to this day have not gone after her daughter. I know nothing about her daughter. But anyway,
Andrea is a good person, and she only wants what's right. And y'all could squash this, I know, because she don't want any hard feelings with you. She really don't. The only thing, she just had a problem with you coming at us, and you did come at us awful hard on your live that night. I didn't watch it because it was bad. They said it was bad, so I didn't even watch it because I knew it would upset me. But me, I was the one asking him, because he was gonna give an answer. So if anybody would have been at fault for asking, it would have been me, because I'm the one that asked him, was he gonna help help Andrea or not? And that was the only thing we were asking him. And then people ran with it. I didn't know how bad his wreck was. I had no clue about it until we found out later.
Do you see what Blues Girl said on the live about children? We agreed in principle, yet because we would not drag TT, specifically, we were called dumbasses and followers.
Dumbasses, and I didn't call nobody dumbasses.
She's talking, I don't know if she's talking about you or Andrea Mom, but either or, it's the same.
All I know is I got told that I was dragging you, and I did not drag you, and I told Ginger and I told Blues Girl the same thing. I'm not over here dragging TT. I'm over here saying that it's wrong to go against kids. And you could go back and simply watch the live and had to clear it all up. That's it.
Voices ain't starting shit. I'm so sick of y'all talking about I'm not talking to you, MKB. I'm talking about okay, so this Nikki person, Nikki X. Voices ain't started shit. I've already said 400 times that multiple people told me this. Multiple. Y'all act like Voices is
We've
like,
seen how Voices is. Well, I've had run-ins with Voices. She's tried to call two people out on my panel and told them to shut up. I know how Voices is.
well, that's her prerogative. I mean, she can do that if she wants to, just like y'all. It's y'all's prerogative to say what you want to about me, but I also have a right to bite back.
Right?
But I mean, I'm sick of everybody, having something to say about blaming Voices. First of all, I'm a
Well,
grown ass
Voices is
woman.
one that
I do what I want, and I don't need anybody telling me what to do. Nobody tries to tell me what to do. Voices is not to blame for the fucking world's problems.
Well, Voices is the one that I heard tell you that we were over talking about her. I went back and I listened to your live, and she said that we were over talking about you. And then I seen Blue said we dragged you.
But Andrea was talking about me, MKB.
She was talking about the kid thing, though. But that's the whole thing about the essay. That was the only thing that we've basically been talking about is about the kid thing.
Yes, Andrea, it is her prerogative. It damn sure is. Anybody can say whatever the hell they want to.
There might be a long history, but children shouldn't be brought in this. That's the only thing I say, and I'll still say it. Even with TT up there, we tried to go against them talking about your children, and I would stand up for anybody else's children in here. I don't think children should be brought in it because they have no say so or nothing in the race here. That's my whole thing.
I agree. Blues Girl said Ginger and I are owed apologies by them, TT, for our treatment here. We were both respectful and only tried to explain there was a long history
and I
there.
tried to explain to y'all too that I was not dragging TT. Y'all came in here at me bad whenever I was sitting there telling y'all I'm not dragging TT. So I'm not giving no apology whenever I didn't do nothing. When I simply said that I'm not sitting here dragging TT, I'm just stating that children should be off limits. That's exactly what I told them girls. The same thing. I said it multiple times. You could go back and watch it.
Well, whatever. Like I said, if you were not involved in the dragon, then I apologize. I'm woman enough to apologize if I'm wrong. So if you didn't participate in that, then my apologies to you.
And I don't think anybody drug you at all. Even we were just talking. Even she was upset about that thing that you put out on your community post about the essay about the child or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember it being something about the child. If you might remember about Lindsay's child, the father essayed or something.
I never said the father essayed her.
I'm just saying, I think it's something to do with the essay and the father or something. I can't remember exactly what it said, but I'm trying to remember what it was though. But it was something about essay, something. Hold on, let me.
I mean, there's been accusations about Lindsay's current husband, something with her daughter. But yes, I have said that. But I mean, I'm going to say what I want to say. So, I mean, and you're allowed to just disagree with it. But after what I've been through, MKB, with Lindsay.
I understand that part, but I totally understand. I couldn't deal with what you was going through with you're losing a child. I don't know how you're actually walking and living today. I'd probably be a nutcase if it was me. And I stood up for you about that part, but I mean, two wrongs don't make a right, though. You know, going after her.
A wrong and a right don't make a right either.
TT's Mrs. P. I was actually here that night, and I was up on panel with these two ladies, and I said the exact same thing everybody else has stated, that when it comes to anybody's child, I don't care who you are, nobody's child should be spoken of on
That's
this
all.
platform.
Is that not the? Is that the only thing that we talked about that night, Mrs. P? Is
Pretty
about
much.
children. Yes, about children.
And again, I
Hey,
came
but
up on your
that
panel.
still doesn't change the fact that Andrea was on her panel dragging me.
She don't drag
not
nobody.
dragging you, TT. I was here. I was here that night, and I was up on panel with both these ladies, and Andrea Mom did not say crap about you, on you, or about you.
I don't believe that.
I can
It was
truly
about the
tell-
children.
I
We
can
were talking
truly
about the
testify
children.
to that. That is the truth.
She had a live about, she done a live one morning by herself, and it was about the community post that she had posted about the essay or something, and that was what she was upset about, because it could affect that child or something. She'd seen the comments.
Okay, so let me be very clear. I make no apologies for that. And I know that you said, that you empathize with me with what I've been through with
Yeah.
losing a child. But what you also need to empathize with me about is the fact that I have gone through fucking hell with Lindsay on this platform. She has terrorized me. She has gone real life on me. She has mocked the death of my child. She has talked about my children. She has reached out to people in my real life. And so I make no apologies. Turnabout is fair play.
Well, I don't
am
know what
very
all y'all got
sorry
going.
about the loss of your child. I actually watched you the other night when you walked out to your child's gravesite, and you even had me in tears. And again, I am so sorry for what you are facing and everything you've been put through. And it's not fair. But again, I'm just letting you know that I'm a witness to both MKB and Andrea Mom, because I came up on their panel that night. And again, all I simply stated was that when it comes to anybody's child, I don't care who you are, nobody's child should be brought up in any way, shape, or form on this platform. And that's simply all I stated, and that's all that was spoken about that night.
Well, I haven't even heard anything about you, Mrs. P. But I do want to say to what you just said, I just want to thank you for empathizing with me with when you saw the video of me going to my child's grave. And
Absolutely. And again, personally for me, I've never had to face such a tragedy like you.
I hope
again,
you never do.
I felt so bad for you. I want you to know that nobody should have to endure or grieve a lifetime over their loss of a child. That's not okay. And you know that's something you never get over.
No, never. Never.
So again, my sympathies do go out to you. And again, I am so sorry. I have never had to face the same situation. But again, my own child was taken away from both me and my husband when he was 9 months old. And that was a nightmare in itself, the way that went down.
And I'm sorry for that, Mrs. P. My heart goes out to you also.
So
Hey, Scotty.
again, I know how it feels, even though you've completely lost a child. But again, I haven't had my child in almost 19 and a half years.
So that's about losing a child there.
But you know, emotionally, you tugged at my heart that night when I saw you walk out to your child's gravesite. Again, you had me in tears. I felt so bad for you.
Thank you, Mrs. P. Thank you.
Well, we all
I'm
felt
sorry.
bad for you for losing a child. Even Andrea, we've talked about it, and we said we don't know how we would be able to handle it, even if we lost a child.
Exactly. But again, I'm just saying I was here on panel that night. And again, all I simply stated was if you are a parent, mother or father, nobody's child should be brought onto this social media platform and be spoken of or drugged in any way, shape, or form. That's all I simply stated, that everybody's child needs to be left alone.
Because the child ain't got nothing to do with it. They ain't no part of you two.
Exactly. The children in this are completely
And I don't think Lindsay should have brought your child. She shouldn't even spoke about your child, period. She shouldn't have.
I agree. Lindsay is a problem and has been for many months, as long as I've been on this platform. I know that for a fact.
When we went over there on Lycan's panel and stuff, that was a joke. We even talked about it on Andrea's. We sat there and went into Lindsay's and Lycan's joking with them. And there's no way that I'd be going back to liking.
Lycan is another loser. Let's
I
not
know
even
it.
bring him up here, you know. But again, when it comes to anybody's child, you know, all these issues on these platforms are all between grown ass adults. If we cannot handle ourselves like grown adults and be mature and be respectful of one another, then I think everybody should just leave each other alone. There's been enough shit and enough hate to last a lifetime, including myself. I've got myself into numerous problems on this platform, but again, we're all grown adults. Come on, let's act like it.
And here, I want to say something to you, Andrea. Stop being ugly to subs of mine, and they're not. And let me be clear: I'm not saying they're solely my subs. My point is that I never tell my subs where they can and can't go. They have a mind of their own, and even if I don't like somebody, just like Blues Girl liking y'all and going into y'all's channels when we've had beef, I don't care about that. They're free to go wherever they want to. Just because I don't like somebody, I don't expect my subs not to like somebody.
Right.
So stop shaming them for being one of my supporters. They can support you and me. That is
Okay.
childish and immature to chastise somebody or shun them because they are a sub to somebody that you have a beef with.
Right. And here's the
You
how
did
I see
tell.
that.
You did tell. Hold on, Miss P. You did tell everybody if they donated to Andrea mom not to come back to your channel too that day.
I did.
And so that's something that she remembers too, and it bothers her. That's telling them where to go. You just stated you didn't tell them where to go when you told them, and she was fixing to lose her home.
That wasn't telling them where to go.
You said
That
don't
wasn't
come back.
telling them.
You said don't come back over here if you donated to her.
But that's not saying if you go to her channel, don't come back over here. That's it if you donate.
I know, and she was about to lose her home with a 12-year-old daughter.
And again, let me say something about the subs. Like, if I was to go over to
Hold on. Wait a minute. Why is Blues Girl being timed out?
I do not know. If my mods timed her out, they must have had a good reason to, because I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Blues Girl is never disrespectful. Never.
I don't know. I did not see it in the comments. If
here's how
it
I
had to
see
be
it
one
is,
of my
again, if I
mods
was to
had done
go
it.
over to Tiki's chat or whatever chat
I
I'm
don't even
in,
know.
I have always been respectful to no matter who the creator is, I'm always respectful to that person's mods. I will never disrespect Tiki's mods. I will never disrespect the mods that are in here. You know, again, we're all grown adults. Why can't
Yeah.
we just all learn to get along and respect each
And I
other?
think her and Andrea could get along. It's just Andrea, that live, it was awful what TT did. That live was awful, dragging all three of us. And all we did, I'm the one that asked Hemi about if he was going to help her or not.
Ginger just said so. Andrea's allowed to speak, but Blues Girl can't speak. MKB, that's unfair. Now that is unfair.
Who timed?
never said anything.
Hold on, I didn't say nothing. Let me. What's going on in the chat, y'all? Ginger was in the world. Are you talking about? I didn't time. She didn't time her out. Andrea didn't time her out. That's what she's saying.
I don't care who did it.
I don't know
She
who
shouldn't
timed
be-
her out.
She shouldn't be timed out for having
And
an opinion.
I didn't see the comment, so I don't know who timed her out. It had to be a mod, so I don't know. I don't know what the comment was, and I can't bring her back. She'll have to wait. There's no way. You know that I can't bring her back after somebody times her out.
Andrea, I didn't say you timed her out, but somebody did.
I don't know who did.
It says, Ginger said, Scotty, I accidentally deleted that comment.
So Ginger's a mod too. And see, Ginger accidentally deleted. Maybe somebody accidentally timed her out or something. I don't know. Scotty's comment was deleted. No worries.
That, you know, we all are grown adults. Why can't we, you know, as it gets closer to Christmas, we need to forget about all this mess and just learn to be adults and get along. Let's respect Titi. Titi has gone through a great deal herself. You know, I think we just all need to learn to leave each other alone.
Yeah. But I think you and Andrea could get along and y'all could be friends and we could all be friends. That's the only thing she had a problem with is you dragging her and she didn't do nothing wrong. I'd be
Well,
upset too,
quite
TT.
frankly, I don't care what she's got a problem with, respectfully to you. I don't give a damn what she's got a problem with. But my thing is that we agreed because y'all asked me to squash this.
No,
So I'm not
I
talking.
came in your live one day and you said, we're gonna squash this. I said, yes, that was between me and you. She never came in your live. She hasn't been in your
No,
live.
but you and Broken Justice were on panel one night, and Andrea was in chat, and you were all talking about squashing this, and so I agreed. I remember you coming in my chat and
Yeah, I remember me and you talked, and I agreed to squash it, but Andrea's never agreed to squash it. She's
Yes, she did.
she's still
Yes, she
upset.
did.
Can I say
She was in
something?
your chat.
Well, I don't remember that, but
Can I
I
say
remember me and you talking about it.
Maybe TT and Andrea mom can take it privately
Yeah,
and work out what differences I have because again, people, it's getting so close to the holidays.
Andrea is a good person. She's the sweetest person I know on YouTube. And
Welsh,
you have
you
your
nailed it. You nailed it, Welsh.
You and Andrea mom have been nothing but kind and respectful of me, but again, out of respect
I'm not
for TT,
I'm not jealous of nobody's channel growing. I've been over there to TT's. Why would I be jealous when I'm in TT's live? I've been over there commenting all the time. You know that, TT.
Blues Girl said, I was timed out for saying how Andrea and Mom tossed TT and Angela. I lost my spot. TT and Angela under the bus in NC's chat last night. See, that's ridiculous.
And Andrea did not time her out. Let me go. Who timed her out?
TT, from me to you.
If anybody's
I
being
really
respectful,
apologize.
if
I
anybody
really
is being
apologize.
respectful in here, they are not to be timed out. They can come from any channel they want to, as long as they're being respectful. That y'all are not to time them out. Period.
Again, TT, my apologies to you for the way you've been treated. I just don't think it's right. And again, as grown ass adults, why don't we start acting like it and just show a little bit more common courtesy for one
Yeah.
another, even though we may not like each other? Again, it's getting close to Christmas. We really
Yeah.
just need to knock off this toxicity.
Well, I'll knock it off when they knock it off. That's
Right.
how I roll.
Okay, I'm gonna drop back down. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Miss P.
You're good, Miss P.
But that's the only thing that I had to say, and we squashed that tonight. So I guess we ain't got nothing else to say then.
No, I'm done. But as far as the deal with Hemi, I don't agree with anything you said. I stand by what I said. I meant what I said.
The only thing I asked him was he gonna help her still. What is so wrong about that? He offered to help her, and nobody even asked him to help her that night. You can go back and watch the video. He came up there on that panel by himself and volunteered to help her, and she didn't even ask anybody for help. Nobody. We dropped her link for her one night, and then he came up there when we were talking about it and offered to help her. And then whenever he was back in the chat with us, I said, "Are you still gonna help her?" That's the only thing that I said, and everybody blew it up after that.
Andrea, Mom, you and her both hounded the shit out of him.
No, we did
My
not.
problem is,
No,
yes, you
we
did.
did not.
Yes, you did. I saw the proof. But-
There was no proof.
Yeah, there was. Anyway,
Whatever.
my thing is, whatever.
'Cause
My thing.
I know I didn't hound him. Why was I going to hound him when the money wasn't for me? It was for her.
Because you claimed you were worried about her being homeless.
Yes, I
Anyway,
was. Anybody would be.
listen. The point about him is the nerve of y'all. He was in a horrible accident.
And I did not know he was in a
fighting
horrible
for his
accident.
fucking life, and y'all were worried about money.
She was worried about a roof over her head with a 12-year-old daughter. If you was
worried about a roof over her head while he is suffering from a horrible
we did not
auto
know
accident.
he was back on panel. How did we know he was in a horrible accident when he was on panel?
How
If
do you
was
know
that
he
bad, he wouldn't
wasn't?
have been on panel.
How do you know he wasn't?
Then he wouldn't have been on panel.
Oh, bullshit. Do you think?
If I was in a horrible accident, the last place I'd be was on YouTube on a panel talking to a bunch of females and stuff. He came in our chat that night. He didn't say he was dying in a dire need. He came in our panel that
I'm
night.
not saying the man was dying. I'm saying he was hurt badly, and y'all
Yeah,
are worried
he
about
came-
fucking money.
Yeah, because she needed to know if he was going to help. That was all we asked him. Was he still going to help? That was it. That was the only thing that we asked.
Over and over and over.
No, it wasn't over and over and over. I sat there and
Yes,
sent him an
it
email
was.
one time, and I asked him on panel whenever he was in there, and that was it.
Andrea was hounding the fuck out of him.
No, she wasn't.
I'm not going to argue with you. I know what I saw.
I know the facts. I was there.
Nikki, it is my business. It's a public platform, and if it's out here for everybody to hear, it's here for public consumption, and I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. Now, anyway, I'm done here. I said what I had to say. So if y'all want to continue this, we can sure the fuck do it. Like I said, I'm matching energies from here on out.
Well, I ain't had no problem with you, and the only thing I said is children should be off limits, and that's the only thing that I said. And ever since then, I squashed the crap about the live. Andrea didn't, but I did. Me and you squashed it, and that's the only thing. And I hadn't said nothing else about it. I let it go.
As long as you don't, then you're good. But Andrea Mom wants to play this game, then we'll play the fucking game.
Maybe y'all need to talk in private and get it over with. She ain't got a problem other than the children thing.
Well, listen, I'm going to do what I want to do. It don't matter who likes it and who don't.
So
I have been through enough on this fucking platform. I've taken the high road long enough, and I'm matching fucking energies, and that's the bottom line. Anyway, you have a good night.
Thank you. Andrea, you want to come back up? Let me drop the link if you want to come back up. If you don't, I understand why. Let's see. Sorry, guys, about that. I didn't know that she was coming in here, but I figured she wanted to speak her piece. I'd let her speak her piece. Anybody that wants to speak their piece, I'd let them up here speak their piece. As I do believe that her and Andrea need to talk in private and settle that situation. But that they're going to have to talk and talk like they got some sense in order to settle the situation. They can't just yell at each other and think it's going to be all gravy and good. Hey, Baroness, Andrew's mom 5 good. You are not hanging around LL anymore. He was quite condescending to you like he is everyone. No, it was a joke. We went in there as a joke, not because we were friends with him. Andrea don't need to talk to her. There's no reasoning with that angry, hateful woman. Well, I tried. And I tried to tell the truth about Hemi. Nobody wants to listen to the truth. I know we did not hound him. We sit there and ask him. He volunteered to help. If he was too badly hurt, in my opinion, he would not been on YouTube. And that's just the way I feel about it. Because if I was on my deathbed or in a bad situation, YouTube would be the last place I'd be coming to chat with somebody. Oh, we were joking to like, we went over there to be friends, Baroness. That's for sure. I know, Andrea, you never asked Hemi for anything. That's what I try to tell her. You never did. You never asked anybody for money. We the ones offered to drop your link. I would have gotten into Pakistan, I could have gotten into a cussing contest, but I didn't want to do that in front of everybody. And I try to keep my cool the best I could. And I think I handled it pretty good. But it's crazy. Grown women want to fight on YouTube. Andrew, you want to come up? I'll drop the link if you want to come up. You can come up and say anything you want to say or whatever. But she's gonna believe what she wants to on Hemi's situation. Hemi likes to give out money to people, and he likes to flash his wallet around and stuff, and people like that, and people are not gonna say anything to him. They're gonna stand up for him, and because he gives more money than I give, so there ain't nothing else I can say about that situation. Thank you, Shalama. What going, Ginger? What am I keep going about a Hemi situation? I'm not going to have you coming in here tell me what I need to squash and what I don't need to squash. I'm sitting here talking about Hemi situation. We ain't even talking about TT. I'm not having nobody coming here tell me the way I can act and how I can't act either. I'm going to act the way I want to act. I'm a grown ass woman. Ain't nobody going to tell me the way I can act. I don't feel like you need to be telling me what I need to do. I don't go with you telling you what you need to say in anybody's chat or tell you what you need to do in anybody's chat. All I'm sitting here is talking about Hemi's situation. Actually, Andrea never did ask Hemi for a damn dime. Nothing. She didn't ask him for nothing. Yeah, Nikki, she was in there. Howdy, howdy, Spicy. This is MKB channel. Please be respectful in chat. Thank you, Miss P. Exactly. I remember the Hemi situation, and a trusted friend told me the MKB was being honest about it, and I believe her. Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate that. Well, y'all, I don't know what to say. I'm speechless right now. I'm kind of pissed and kind of I'm mad because two women can't talk and work things out, and it's just ridiculous how grown people act. 40-something-year-old women. I mean, acting like, whew, Jesus help me. Mrs. P, I have to add you when I go on my computer. I can give you a wrench then. I just didn't want what you squashed rehashed, but Hemi, that's different. You didn't hear me talking about anything about that. I was talking about Hemi. Hey, true crime Karens, how are you been? I've been wondering about you. I hadn't seen you in a minute. It's good to see you. Thank you, Betty. Wait, what? Wait, private. I was here that night. Let me. Okay, I was just seeing a private message. I just now got Mrs. P's private message. Sorry. Well. Case, where have you been? Are you coming back to YouTube? Are you missing all the drama and stuff going on? If you want help, I can come back up. If you want to, I mean, you're fine, Mrs. P. If you want to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. I ain't gonna be on here much longer. But you're more than welcome to come back up if you want to. Talk after she's sober up, MKB. She'll probably chill out. She just wanted to fight. People who want to start doing true crime should check the facts and receipts before jumping the boat. True crime, you're right. Hold on, let me see who's coming up. Okay, let me add you back. Hey, Miss P.
Hey, I just like to come up and at least keep you company.
Thank you so much.
My
No,
pleasure.
I'm trying to calm down from all the excitement.
I
And
don't blame you for being upset. But again, after everything that I have been through and all the crap I have done myself, you know, just don't worry about TT. I'm sure she's got to share of her own problems. I just, at this point, really, sweetie, I just wouldn't sweat the small shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Just let it go. She's going to have her say. She had her say. And again, just let it go at that. Just, you
Yeah.
know,
She
so
apologized for going at me because I did not drag her.
the
Dragging is
thing
a whole different thing.
she started in on Andrea, Mom, and that's not okay. You know, even though we may not all like each other, when you come into a certain creator's live stream, at least be respectful of
Yeah.
that creator. I mean, my God.
And I trust all of my mods in order to do what they need to do with the wrench. I can't
Exactly.
sit there and babysit everybody.
Exactly. You're gonna always have your troublemakers, MKB.
Yeah,
You know, it doesn't matter whose chat you go into, as you
you're
well know.
you're right.
So
I
again,
may need a puff pass, y'all.
yep. But again, I really have no room to talk. I've caused my own share of shit on this platform for months. But again, it's just because I've had a lot of those out there that have constantly come at me, and they have to always wonder why, again, when I get so pissed off, why I'm all pissed off all the time. It's like, you know, a
I know
person
you have a
needs
lot
to
of people
be,
coming at you.
yeah, but again, if you get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, how do you expect somebody to react?
I know. I don't know how you do it.
Oh, trust me. It's been very hard the last couple of months, you know, with me trying to keep more of a civil tongue in my mouth because there's been several times where I just want to let loose on everybody, but I've now learned to know better. And the fact that I have to tell myself, nope, I can't do that because it'll just make the situation worse than what it was before.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
not
know.
like most young ladies on here. I'm 56 years old and I turned 56 back in August. And again, with my genetic background, I'm very hot tempered. It doesn't take a whole lot to completely piss me off to where I'm going to just flipping explode on someone. You know, it's been very, very hard for me not to wanting to go completely off on a lot of these jerks.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But again, I'm proud of you. You handled yourself really well with TT. But again, you know, I think, again, she's going through a lot because she's still grieving over the loss of her child, which, you know, I'm sorry for that and what she's going through. But again, you know, she's got her own share of problems like you all do. And, you know, I just, again, personally, just my own opinion, I just wouldn't sweat the small shit, you know? You have your own things to worry about in your own personal life.
Yeah.
So,
Angela, you need to be speaking to Andrea about that. If y'all got differences, y'all need to speak about that. Nikki don't know nothing about that.
whatever issues you all have with Andrea, Mom, again, just out of respect for her, please take it to her privately and not put it in the chat. Because again, this is MKB's channel and this is her stream. Let's again, please be a little bit more respectful in the chat, please.
Thank you, Mrs. P.
No problem. And I say that for any creator. Again, if you come into somebody else's live stream, they ask the same thing. It's like, if you cannot be respectful in chat, you're going to end up being removed.
Exactly.
So, again, everybody in chat, if you cannot be respectful of MKB or Andrea Mom, you know, I'm going to personally ask you, you know, to just excuse yourselves politely from the chat if we cannot all get along.
Hey, SK.
Hey, SK.
Hey, Lindsay Lee. She said, I fucking love Mrs. P.
Oh, I love you too, Lindsay. Good to see you, Bob. Good to see you. But again,
Mhm.
I learned from my own share of shit on this platform because again, I'm not claiming to be innocent by any means. But again, I've caused my own share of stuff on this platform over the months, and I'm really trying to learn at being better.
She said read her comment out. Let me go back see if I can find it. Let me hold on, y'all. I gotta go look at the comments. I ain't been looking at the comments.
What was said?
Um, I just seen Andrew's comment say something about read her comments or something. I ain't been
Oh,
paying
what
attention to chat.
and
One of them says my friend was trying to help me out. She called me all kinds of names, told me to get a job, and called me a grifter. Told me I was lying and that I didn't have to move. She knew nothing about me, which that was true. Everybody said that she didn't have to move and stuff. Yes, she did. I was there and witnessed it, and I was even on the phone with her when she was talking to the people that were about the
well,
apartments.
again, let me say this. I may not personally know Andrea mom, but if she had her reasons for having to move, I believe her. And she is not a grifter. I hate people that keep calling all the creators around here grifters. I mean, I've been called a grifter, Natasha's been called a grifter, been called a grifter. We need to stop with the name calling. We have reasons for financial need in this community. And if somebody was nice enough to help Andrea mom with her situation, I think that's awesome. But, if you have a problem with it on the other side of the coin, then do everybody a favor and just leave Andrea mom alone.
And then the other comment, she said, the only interaction I had ever had with TT was giving my condolence about her beautiful daughter. All of a sudden, she started dragging me and calling me scum of the earth because I
Wow.
read the wrong comment first and second. Sorry, y'all, but
Andrea, mom, again, that's very nice that you gave her your condolences. But again, obviously, TT has got a lot of her own issues, hun. And again, to MKB, I told her the same thing just now. Don't sweat it, because apparently TT must be very angry inside over other things, and she's probably just striking out at everybody, which is no excuse. There's no excuse for that.
yeah. What about biscuits and gravy, Mark? We need to have them biscuits and gravy.
Ooh.
Anger of people bringing her up, deceased child. Yeah, I agree. Nobody should be bringing up her children at all. We've said that, Angela. We agreed on that. We even spoke about that. Nobody should be bringing her children up either. I mean, somebody that lost a daughter, I couldn't imagine how I'd be. I'd be a nutcase right now. I think they'd put me in a nut house long time ago if it'd been me. I
Well,
could.
again, Angela's clips and giggles. I feel sorry for TT that she's lost her child. And again, I even was in this live stream last week and spoke about it up on panel. And again, these were my words that if you are a parent and you have a child, that child is not to be brought up on social media.
Hey,
Children,
Lufa. Thank you, Lufa. You're such a
children have
sweetheart.
children have no room to be spoken of, dragged on, whatever, at all on social media. Everybody's children needs to be completely left out of it.
Right.
All these issues on here have to do with grown ass adults.
Yeah, it's something. I'm sure it's something a mother never forgets. I could get over. I couldn't get over it either.
I've never been there myself, and again, I don't know what it feels like, but I know TT must be going through a most difficult time with still having to grieve over the loss of her child. And I think just out of respect for TT, let's just all leave her alone and maybe just give her some space, maybe give her some time to cool off. I think
Lufa
that's
is a
best.
sweetheart. She is a sweetheart. I was wondering if she was going to show up tonight.
Hey, Blues Girl.
Hey, Blues Girl. What did she say? She
Well,
said,
perhaps you
well,
should
perhaps you
remember,
should.
like others do, if people accuse you of murdering your child, you might as well too, shaking my head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would be yelling too. I mean, I'd be the same way, but
yep,
I just don't think bringing up another person's child is what I do. I wouldn't do that, but I would definitely be, I'd be yelling for sure.
yeah. I think we all would. You know, again, I've never lost a child in that way, but again, I really do feel bad for TT, but she obviously is going through a lot in her own little world. And I think we just all need to just step back, give her some room to cool down, and, you know, let her deal with whatever it is she's having to deal with.
Yeah.
So, Andrea, Mom, are you coming back up?
She may not want to come back up because after all this stuff tonight, she may want to keep. She might be biting her tongue or something. I don't know.
I get it. I get it. Well, Andrea, Mom, thank you. MKB, thank you for having me up. And again, you know, as it gets closer to the holidays, why don't we just learn to love and respect one another and just give each other a little bit more common courtesy? You know,
Exactly.
the world is too short. Look at all the hate and evil going on overseas between Israel and Hamas and, you know, Iran. You know, people, there's a lot of war and hate going on. Why do we have to keep it going on this platform?
Right.
You know?
Too much hate going on right now in the world.
Exactly. Exactly. And again, as it gets closer to Christmas, why can't we just all stop being so petty and stop all this petty bickering and evil and hate? It just, you know, for me, there's just really no call for it. And again, I've done my own share. So again, I have no real room to talk, but at least I'm willing to try on my part.
Yeah. How is Mr. P doing?
He's good. He's back here behind me. I'm on the couch and he's playing on his video game.
He loves them games, don't he?
Yes, he does. Hey, at least it keeps us from getting into each other's hair when he feels short tempered, you know.
He does
I
his
sit,
little thing and you do your little thing.
yep, I sit here on the couch and watch TV and work on my craft projects and, you know, I try to keep busy myself, but again, when he's feeling stressed out, that's kind of his relief is just sitting there and playing on his video games.
No, that's good.
Yeah. Well, sweetie, you have a good night. And again, my love to you and your family. And I'll go
Thank
ahead and
you.
step back down so you can close out your live.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. P. Thank you for your kind words and stuff tonight. You helped
Oh,
me
my
out.
pleasure. No problem. And again, if you ever have another night like this and you want help, just let me know and I'll come up.
All right, I appreciate that. And I'll give you a wrench when I get on my computer.
Okay, sounds good. You have a good night
You
and we'll
too.
see you later.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Auntie JoJo, you ate too many beans tonight. What you doing eating beans for? Well, Lufa, I need a blunt tonight, I guess, because I need to smoke something at this point. I'm about, I don't know what I need to do. What I wouldn't do after lose a child until they went through that. You're right, true crime case. Well, y'all, I got to get off here. I got Landon fell asleep on the couch. I gotta get him, put him in the bed. He's got school tomorrow. So I'm gonna get off here, and I appreciate everybody that came in tonight and kept their cool and everybody behave and stuff. I appreciate that. And we'll see how tomorrow goes from today. We never know. It'll probably be more talks tomorrow. We don't know. So we'll just see how tomorrow goes. And thank you, Lufa. You're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And good night, Auntie JoJo. I hope you're having a good, nice night. It probably took a lot off of you tonight, a lot off your mind, all this chaos. You have a good night too, COVID. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, y'all, before you leave. Thank you, Mark. Good night, everybody. Good night, Blues Girl. Good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe Broken can come back tomorrow. She was sick tonight, running some. She said she was throwing up and stuff. I don't know, and plus she broke her arm, so I know she's been hurting on there. But she may. Hopefully she'll feel better tomorrow. Maybe she'll come up tomorrow and go live tomorrow. But if not, then I'll see y'all another day then. Thank you. Y'all have a good night, and God bless y'all. Good night.